Hi, I am Tia Sosen. Thank you for watching another episode of Daily Tea. Yesterday I made a comment about something I found on LinkedIn about why tea ceremony was codified in relation to our common sense. But there was something else about the codification in regards to becoming free and forgetting what we're actually doing. I wanted to add something to that as well. So in today's episode, I'll make a few additional comments about becoming free through using the codification. The reason why tea ceremony has become codified. Um, in Japanese arts, martial arts alike, most of them have certain sets of movements or actions that are called kata in Japanese. And kata can actually be translated as set forms. Through actually conducting and practicing repetitive practice of those kata, those forms, you can actually become fully acquainted with those forms and embed them in your motoric memory. So basically, through continuously doing the same movements, doing the same actions, your body will start to remember the movements and it will become natural to you. So in, for example, karate, you have karate kata, and you continuously make the same punches and in the same sequence. In tea ceremony as well, you have the same steps that you do one before the other. And in the beginning, you actually think, "Oh, I did this. What should I do next?" But when you continue doing that, you will not have to think about what you have to do next. It will come automatically because you've been doing the same sequences over and over again. And in that respect, I actually think that what the person in yesterday's comment on LinkedIn mentioned about becoming free is that you don't have to think about what you have to do next, but that it will just become normal and that you just do it. And that gives you freedom in the sense that you're not focused on the praxis, on on performing a session, but you're just doing your session so that you can actually give more attention to your guests, to other aspects that are also very important in tea ceremony. So those kata, actually, those set forms, are created in order to become free. And you can actually, it's not something that is specific to Japanese culture. You can actually find that in, for example, sports like golf or tennis as well. In golf, you practice the same strokes. You use this club for that stroke, and you practice those strokes so that in the beginning you're trying to find out how should I put my hands and how should I make this swing, etc., etc. But in the end, you say, "Oh, I have to make this swing." So you know where you have to put your hands, you know how hard you have to hit the ball, etc. The same with tennis. You practice the same strokes in order to get the ball in a certain direction. And in the beginning, your ball won't go in the right direction. But eventually, by continuously repetition of that action, your body will start to remember in which position you should hold your hand, in which angle you should keep your elbow, etc., etc. The same goes for tea ceremony. Where is the bowl? How far should I stretch out my hand? I take up the bowl, and now I know that next action is picking up the tea flask, for example. And those things will come naturally, so that you can actually give more attention to those other aspects. So becoming free is actually becoming fully acquainted with the set forms, so that you don't have to think about them anymore. That is what I wanted to add to yesterday's comment about the codification of tea ceremony, and something that that person wrote in the last sentence of his comment on LinkedIn. Now what I have out here is actually a set to make sencha, and I'm currently heating up the water, so that next I can go on and make a video about how to prepare sencha. So it's not going to be an episode on daily tea. It will just be released on YouTube, and over the course of days, weeks, months, I from time to time will add some videos on how to prepare tea in a delicious manner, and for the different types of tea sorts that are available. Thank you for watching today's episode of Daily Tea, and I'll be looking forward to sharing more information about tea and tea ceremony in Japan. See you. Goodbye.